Hello and welcome back to the Extreme Bug Challenge, where we try our best to survive as garthimi, with or without mercenaries. I may alter it in the future depending on how much food we can actually reliably get on this map here. It is going to be very challenging because there is no fertility across the entire map. Look at it. It is just barren as possible. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spend a little bit of time. I'm going to reorganize this whole city here so that it looks good. I kind of dislike that a lot of the shaped buildings aren't the same, so I'm going to go and try to make them all look the same and make it a similar aesthetic throughout the city. And I'll see you guys in a moment. Ah, look at it. Much better, much better. So what I did is I made this shape the common shape, and I just turned it here because we didn't build enough space between the two. But I like it, I like it. So we got our little bean-shaped houses. And that should emit enough roundness for these boys to be happy. Not some here, but enough in there. And we also have a good enough amount of clay to get ourselves some humidifiers. So we're going to try to put them in there nicely. Put them like that so that they match. Giving ourselves some good space. We have a nice well here, our hearth here, and the same old buildings for everything else. What I think I want to go for is smelting. I think smelting and charcoaling might be the best options for me because we could potentially get charcoal from the wood. Although actually, now that I think about it, it'd probably be smarter to just mine it because garthimis are very good at mining. We have access to ore right there. So we're going to get that. We're going to make our main goal here to get a mine down there so that we can actually access those areas. So we can see that this is the area for the iron mine. Put that right there. Connect that up to the road. And then we have the same going from here, right? Construct right like this. And that way the people, the garthimis, will live over here. And they will operate in this area. And we have three, I believe, yep, three of these guys who don't have a house. So what I'll do is I'll just put a little tiny house in here. For three people, yeah, so it can take 40 stone. Let's see how far the noise goes. Alright, about there. So we'll put it right there. Actually, I'd like to actually put it back a little bit from the road so that in case we'd actually like to build up this area, we can. So we've got that house over there for them. And they're just going to need, basically I want to give them a small well. Give them that, and then other than that, they don't really need anything. We need a food stall though for our area. And we'll probably get them a food stall eventually, but we don't have a lot of guys mining for clay. Let's do something like that. Have it go across like this. Perfect. It's enough services, or a decent amount of services for this area. And I believe we could give access to stone. Yeah, we may as well give them access to stone, and we'll give them a market, a small little market here. Have that on this side. Like so. Perfect. Just enough for the people to get stuff. We're not getting new people because, to be honest, I don't want to overpopulate and then have to starve to death and see how that feels. I'd really like to just keep our people happy as possible. They're natives, so they're very happy as they are. And if we can get a smelter going, start exporting iron and making money, we can start importing food, and potentially we can avoid the issue of starvation. So 58 a pop, we could sell iron at 263 a pop, but we're also selling furniture at a pretty decent amount. So every one furniture could buy us a couple meat. So that's not bad. And wood is renewable. We just need to get down here and actually build some pumps. So I think I'll put my last bit of technology into pumps. And we'll have this go all the way down. We'll have a guy or two work over here. Where is our water? Oh, it's right there. We are missing a laborer. Who is missing? Yeah, you don't need all that. Let's go like this. Alright. Okay, and then where is the rest of our laborers? 1 janitor here, 2 delivery men. 8 and 8, that's 16. 1 delivery man. Saying we're missing some people. Well, irregardless, I do want to build our own little hatchery here. So let's see how big this is. Say 9 by 11. Like so, I believe. Believe this is how I build these buildings. And then I have like a little middle bit here, but we'll just put a thing there for that. 10 garthimi at a time is actually perfect and more than enough. Fuck, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be perfect. We will build it like this. Yep. And we'll have a hauler specifically dedicated to just meat. Right in front of it. Yes, now we have a breeder for our garthimis, and we're also working on a lab here so we can get some technology going and actually get some good stuff going for our people. We have a few too many guys, or too many jobs I should say. We need more people, but I'd rather not get immigrants. If we're going to play on the hard mode, I'd really like to birth my own population, especially if we're garthimis. So we have a reproduction capability of 8. There are 0 children, 0 babies, but there is space for them. So hopefully they will grab some food here and actually grab and get babies going. Hopefully. I don't know. I don't really know how it works yet. I haven't had enough experience with reproduction in this game to actually understand what is ever going on in these areas. And their reproduction capability is a new thing altogether, so I don't know. Hopefully we'll get some babies going soon. In the meantime, we're just continuing our road all the way down and hopefully building this house as soon as we can get some population going. I may get some guys through immigration, but hopefully I don't have to. Yep, there we go. We got a baby. 1 nice little garthimi baby, 2 babies. Nice. And they come out pretty quickly, so hopefully we can let's limit them to about fucking, what, 100 people? There we go. Alright, now we've got the lab going. These boys are not very good with their knowledge, so hopefully we can get another one going eventually, but it's going to take a while before we can reach that point. And we've got 7 babies. 7 beautiful garthimi babies. Alright, look at our first fully grown jobbers. This man was born here. He's 1.06 years old, and he's getting ready to go to work. Nobody fucking is working for free here, man. You better get your ass into gear. Look at that. 1-year-old's working, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And they're also sexually active 1-year-olds, too, which is horrifying to think about. But they're bugs. It's okay. They're completely a different species. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The repercussions are not on you. I have nothing to do with this, officer. This is purely what they wanted to do. They told me. They said that it was okay. I swear. Off of that joke. Anyways. Yes, here we are. We've got some babies on the way, or matter of fact, not on the way. They are here. They are ready to go, and hopefully they'll start working throughout the city. This area still has not been touched in a long, long while, but it's okay because, to be honest, we'll build our way down there. It takes time, and we need more babies. So eventually we'll have enough. We sent a good deal of our meat to a friendly neighbor, but we have 100% native population. They do care about immigrants, but I don't believe they care about the native population. Natives are just a little happier in general. I also kind of paid attention to what the garthimi babies do. They don't interact with the grown-ups as much as the other babies, or at least human babies. I've seen human babies tackling people in the streets, but the garthimi baby just kind of goes around and plays. They just play around in the fields. They don't really interact with the grown garthimis. And the second they hit 1.06, they are a grown garthimi. So it takes them about a year, roughly a year, for them to grow into a full-grown garthimi and become part of your population. So we have, I believe, already 7 more, and we have all this new housing over here available for them. So whatever they'd like to move in, they can. Eventually, we're going to need to expand and go down, like I said, but not yet, not yet. We're gonna keep building up our population slowly but steadily. Slow and steady wins the race in this case. Because if I jump forward, I could technically, theoretically, buy the mercenary army, go beat these guys up, and continue along, but I think that would be very boring. I'd really like to see if I can make my own garthimi army and send them native boys and just watch them all die and just feel terrible about it. Because we had to watch them grow, literally. It takes a year to grow. Roughly, we'll be growing like a few babies and a few children at a time. You can see that there's 4 and 4, so not all of them are children, not all of them are babies, but then once they turn, I believe, 0.33, or I don't even think that they're aged. Yeah, they have to literally just sit through baby phase, cocoon phase, and then they hit the like real life phase here. And what is their age range? I've never seen a garthimi die from old age, to be honest. I think that they live pretty long lives. And the fact that we're birthing them from being like 0 is going to help a lot, so they won't be old at all. Alright, nice. We've got this done over here. Let's just give him a little janitor, because he's going to need it. Workstation. Do something like that, and then we'll put a little warehouse too. Oops. Actually, as this is supposed to be rounded, we'll do something kind of like... Yes, look at it. You all doubted the fiend. You all doubted me. You all mocked me in my last episode when my alarm went off. I know you did. But I'm too smart for you, and I went back in the editor and I removed that noise. Yes, I'm gonna break the 4th wall. I don't often do that, but I fucking completely missed it in the last one. You're gonna have to bear with my bad editing in the future as I do a lot more work trying to get some better technology for better videos in the future. I'm looking forward to doing some better videos and some cooler games. And I'm hoping to make 1,000, although I've been just sitting exactly at 130, or at 933, not 133, that'd be horrible. At 933 subscribers. Just getting 1 subscriber and then losing 1 every day. I don't ever know why. I always question, I'd like to know. I'd personally prefer if they sent me a hate message or something, be like, you're the worst, I fucking can't stand you, or something like that. I imagine it's my swearing or something that I do, or maybe people just like to unsub all the time. I have no clue. Regardless, all that YouTube jargon aside, here we are. We've got so much to go over. The hunter is the same. We have our lab here. We can actually put 12 guys in here. We have our training ground. We have 100 troops in our army, and they're both trained up to around 10%. These guys seem to be trained at 13%. We're going to train them up and get them all super well trained. You can see we have 8 starving characters. Those are the garthimis that are children that are growing up. They will eventually grow up. It says they're starving to death, I'm quite positive that they will not starve to death. Or maybe they will, I have no clue. They've been starving to death for years. So they're not dying and they're not aging, so something will happen eventually. Maybe if I put some workers back in here, they'll get raised up to grown, but I don't have workers there because, you can see, we are running low on food. The food situation is dire. We have very low food, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have this set to import a little above our stock so we have just enough so we're not dying. You can see because we have 104 guys, and these seem to be coming from the children because we had 102. I'm not sure where I'm getting more garthimis from. I tried to set the limit to 100, but that doesn't seem to limit them. It just they just keep growing. But we have the smelter, the iron smelter, the metal smelter going here. He's putting in plenty of work, and we've got torches throughout the city, or at least this part of the city. Our training grounds, of course, and eventually I'd like to upgrade that. It's going to take 120. Not too bad. Going down the road, down the road, down the road. We have our first stop. Clay pit. We can actually put another guy in here and have the clay pit a little bit bigger, or more people on it. We have a well, speaker, we have a food stall, warehouse, and janitor. All of the basics, and 2 humidifiers to keep them happy. The same in each mining zone. So this zone here has that same thing, and we're also going to upgrade that because more ore means more iron being created. So these guys are going to have that, and we'll actually give them a few more workers. So there's 5 allocated for here, and you can see a small food stall, small buildings. Then we go over here, same thing with the coal mine. There's small buildings, so there's plenty of space to expand, obviously, but right now we just need a few guys getting some coal. They live over here, they get their food from over here, they do everything they need over here. Speaking of which, they actually need to grab food for this area. Food is my next biggest priority, but now that we've got metal coming along, and also the canal system. The canals are up and running. We have 3 nice canals that are upgraded. We have this little area here for keeping them up so that they don't degrade to pieces. And then we also have some housing for the people who live and work over here. This goes all the way down, all the way down. You can see there's some decent fertility in here, and most importantly, wood. So hopefully we can get a couple more and get this going all the way down and get some water into our capital on this part of the city. Some people may not like that I'm building up against the border of the map. I only am doing this so that when things come in, they instantly get deposited right where I need them. It was just for the sake of it. Eventually I'll have some nice big warehouses over here for the world map stuff that's coming in, but until that point, we're just going to keep everything as it is, kind of just expand off of it. I'm very proud of myself to have made 100 people. I didn't think I'd actually get this far. I thought I'd get beaten up pretty early because we have the pacifism down. So if we want to keep ourselves from getting raided, we need to keep focusing on getting our divisions up. If we look right here, the environment, they're at 96% on the soldiers. They're very happy, and you can see 13% on the melee training. So what I've been doing is I just do this, and I let 50 guys train at a time. They all get over here, they start training up, and then the other half of the city stays, like for example the hunters, they are max priority here. They will try to stay at the hunter, and if there's no one, like if one of the troops goes over here from there, someone will automatically replace him. So that's important. And we also have all kinds of other services that I forgot to mention, I'm sure. This market was something that I didn't really even talk about, but the market is giving them access to stone. And they only need cut stone and clay, so eventually we can actually give them access to clay. May as well give them a little bit of clay here, because we have plenty of clay coming in. And these are things that we can eventually just start mining. So is this coal? No, that's coal. We need stone here. So that's perfect that we have a nice stone mine right there. And these little mining towns are going to be kind of spread out through the areas, and then they'll expand into like mining villages and then mining centers, etc., etc. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye. There's no one over here to say goodbye to. Where are all the people? Here. Say goodbye to Grin Chudwell. Also, I completely forgot again in this run. There's no religion. We need to get religion next one. So I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully with some religion. Goodbye.